Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cody Stromberg. It's my great privilege to serve as campaign manager for my good friend Justin Hoyal for Salt Lake County Sheriff. This is a great day for law enforcement in Salt Lake County, and we're excited to be here. I'd like to thank you for coming out this morning, and also thank all of our supporters, Justin's friends and family, members of our community who have come out to support Justin in this endeavor. Justin does have a prepared statement, after which we will be happy to entertain one-on-one interviews with members of the media or answer any questions that you may have. I'd like to recognize the presence of several of our dedicated public servants in our community, and we've asked a couple of them to share a few words with us. So we'll hear first from Salt Lake County Councilwoman Amy Winder Newton, followed by Sandy Mayor Tom Dolan, and then we'll hear from Justin.
Several years ago, I was working as the public information officer for Taylorsville City. We had a tragic accident at one of our junior high schools. A junior high student had obtained a gun from his home and shot himself on the Sky Bridge in front of several other students. It was tragic, heart-wrenching, and unimaginable. At the time, the public information officer for the Unified Police Department was Justin Hoyal. Because the accident happened off school grounds, there had to be a coordinated effort in dealing with media inquiries, upset parents, and a mourning community who wanted answers. I watched as Justin masterfully coordinated with Taylorsville City, Granite School District, and Unified Police Department. Besides being a good communicator and leader, he has a knack for building relationships and working well with people. One of the most important tools we have as public servants is our relationships with the communities we serve. Justin has built meaningful relationships not only with the cities and townships who are part of the Unified Police Department family, but also cities that are not. This is a critical skill set that we need in our sheriff. As we've seen with Justin's involvement in Operation Rio Grande, collaboration is key, and he has earned respect from the many agencies, government entities, and residents that he has served. As a member of the Salt Lake County Council, I know firsthand the issues we are facing with our criminal justice system. We are at a pivotal point. I trust Justin Hoyal. He has the leadership that we need to plan for the future, both for providing additional jail beds and recognizing mental health and substance abuse programs are key to reducing recidivism. These things happen through partnerships, both within and outside the county. As a longtime dedicated leader, Justin Hoyal truly understands Salt Lake County's unique public safety issues and is willing to collaborate to build safer and stronger communities. Without a doubt, he is the right choice for our next Salt Lake County Sheriff. Thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure for me to be here this morning to support Justin Hoyal. About 20 years ago or so, the Salt Lake County Commission at that time approached the Conference of Mayors of Salt Lake County asking for support for a bond to build a new jail. Since that time, we've added probably over 300,000 people in Salt Lake County. And with that, crime has increased, and the necessity for more jail beds has increased dramatically. We've had a number of conversations as the Conference of Mayors to talk about the expansion of more beds for the facilities in Salt Lake County, because we've been under a program that was very much catch and release. And with the pressures that are keeping added to law enforcement in the county, that's not good for public safety. Justin, I believe, is pledged to help us as mayors and get behind the Salt Lake County Council and the mayor to fund more beds for Salt Lake County. It's very important for the public safety in this entire county as we continue to grow up to 170,000 people, 1.7 million people in Salt Lake County coming in the future. Justin's also a one who does cooperate and work with others, and that's a necessity when you're the sheriff of Salt Lake County, in order to work with all of the agencies and pull them together, because crime doesn't affect just one community. It affects all of us. I believe Justin has the leadership skills, the understanding and the intelligence that's necessary to move us forward into the 21st century, and therefore I'm supporting Justin for his running for office of county sheriff. Thank you. Justin?
Thank you so much for being here today. Councilwoman Newton, I appreciate your comments. Mayor Dolan, I appreciate your comments. And to my family and friends who are here today to support me, thank you so much for being here. My name is Lieutenant Justin Hoyal, and I am proud to stand before you today and announce my intention of seeking the Republican nomination for Salt Lake County Sheriff. I have served the citizens of Salt Lake County for 21 years, and I'm proud to call this county my home. My experiences as a deputy sheriff, as a motor officer, as a SWAT team member, as a homicide detective, as a patrol sergeant, as a sergeant of our robbery, homicide, and cold case unit, as a founding member of our child abduction response team, as a lieutenant, as a public information officer, as a chief deputy, have afforded me great opportunities to employ my leadership skills to a wide variety of public safety issues throughout Salt Lake County. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to build and cultivate relationships with many community partners, including public safety, government, business, healthcare, education, and social services. And I am proud to stand before you today with my friends and my family here at my side who support me because they recognize that leadership in law enforcement is much more than just rank advancement or appointment. Recently, I was asked to help in the planning and implementation of Operation Rio Grande. The issues that we face in Rio Grande have brought to the forefront the overarching societal problems that we face on a daily basis with drug abuse and with addiction. Historically, we have seen candidates who have run for office that have been tough on crime and have focused their efforts on incarceration. On the other side, we've had candidates who have been soft on crime and have focused their efforts on rehabilitation and taxpayer-funded social services. But yet today, we still have rampant drug abuse, violent crime, theft, fraud, and gang activity. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very clear to me that no one-sided approach in law enforcement is effective or cost prohibitive. I say that it is time that we get smart on crime. There is a need in this county for more jail beds. That is very clear. There are those in the criminal element that need to be incarcerated. But jail is not the place for everybody. There are those that are struggling with addiction and drug abuse and are trying to bring about change but can't do it alone. We have a fiscal responsibility to the taxpayers of this county to stop funding ineffective programs and duplicity. What we need to do is refocus our efforts on programs that are going to help those individuals help themselves, while simultaneously adhering to the rule of law that this country was founded upon. Every city, every community, and every demographic of this county is unique in its history, in its culture, and its approach to criminal justice issues. As your next sheriff, I recognize that we have to look at public safety matters from more than one point of view. Every city police chief, every elected official in this county should know and should feel that their voice, their opinion, and their input not only matters but is fairly represented to the office of the sheriff. As your next sheriff, the relationships that I have built over the years make me uniquely qualified to bring about effective approaches to community policing and create accountability within police departments while maintaining that high level of law enforcement service that the citizens of this county expect. After all, that's what community policing is problem solving through partnerships. Today, as has been mentioned, we are facing a public safety crisis, and I stand with the adult detention center here behind me. And I stand here with my friends to bring about a call to action for anybody who is as concerned as I am that we have not funded any new jail beds since these doors opened. As a matter of fact, we've regressed in the number of inmates that we've been able to house over the years. We cannot close the doors to these jails to our law enforcement officers throughout this valley, nor can we force our correctional officers to work overtime to staff Oxbow. Opening Oxbow is simply not enough. If we continue down this road, we will once again have to take drastic measures. We need a leader who is able to bring those key stakeholders to the table, who can talk about, who can plan, and can implement long-term goals and solutions to resolve this public safety crisis. We need somebody to step up and lead this organization's hundreds of magnificent and wonderful employees and improve public safety in this county. We must utilize our partnerships to bring about public safety issues and become smart on crime, while not only that, but looking at public safety matters from more than one point of view. As your next sheriff, we need somebody who has proven leadership throughout the years that recognizes that leadership is more than just rank advancement or appointment. My name is Justin Hoyal. I am running as a Republican for Salt Lake County Sheriff in 2018. I ask for your support, your trust, and your vote. Thank you. With that, I'm more than happy to answer any questions that any of you may have, or I'm happy to stick around and do any one-on-one interviews that anybody needs. With that, I'm certainly open to answer any questions. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll just be around here for one-on-ones if anybody needs them as well. You guys, are you available? Yeah, absolutely.
Go get him, Justin. Woo! Woo!